Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome to once again to my F1 23 career mode. We are now in the final 3 races of this Season 2 campaign, and there are 2 major fights going on. The first of which is the big fight for the championship between Alonso, Verstappen, Russell and Sainz. And the other fight is me trying to gain on Charles Leclerc to get an extra position in the championship. And with the form we've been on in the last couple of races with 2 podiums in a row, I feel like it's an attainable goal. But we're going to have to maximise the points for every weekend. Fortunately for us, for Portimao, we have stuck on our final upgrades of the season. Everything else now goes on next season and building a championship contending car. But for now, we are contending in the Portuguese Grand Prix. It is Q3. I'm hoping this is going to be another pole position. Is it a pole position? Yes, it is. Another pole then. We are starting here at Portimao in P1. This is another one of the tracks, by the way, which becomes available from Season 2 onwards in career mode. And I'm happy to have it back on the calendar. But what is ahead for the 33-lap race?
The Formula One circus has made its way to the southern coast of Portugal this week and is preparing for what I think will be a terrific race here in Portimao. 2.9 miles of track at Portimao feature 15 turns, 9 to the right and 6 to the left. A lot going on at this track, a lot of elevation changes that'll affect the driver's braking and acceleration. Keep an eye out for the DRS zone on the final straight. That'll be the setup for a lot of today's overtaking opportunities. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Sparkles, Verstappen, Ocon, Norris, Gasly, De Vries, Helga, Bottas, Magnussen, Perez, Albon, Sargent, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Liam Lawson, Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, and Zhou Guanyu. And why don't we kick off by discussing Max Verstappen?
Unfortunately, we have taken a penalty due to a component change, but I don't think that's going to affect us too badly. It's lights out and away we go, and Fernando Alonso, one of the championship contenders, not getting away very well at all, but another contender in George Russell getting the perfect start, leading the way here in Portimao. But our start was all the mightier from P5 to P2 straight off the bat. I am not messing around here. And Sainz and Leclerc 3rd and 4th and Verstappen 5th. All the title contenders are relatively together, but that also means that they've got more to lose than I have. So I literally do not feel any fear in fighting them. They have the championship to lose. I'm just going all out for a race win here. And as we get the slipstream on George Russell, I know that this is going to be the lap I try it, because I really want to go for it. And we're going to go down the inside, but Russell getting us back after we go a bit deep. I'm now trying to go around the outside there. No way through. Russell for now holding the lead. But I'm going to get another opportunity down the inside of the tight left hairpin. Russell holding out the outside. I nearly lose it trying to put the throttle down. These medium tyres aren't as hot as the softs and grippy. And I'm trying to stay with Russell again, going down the inside there. That's not an overtaking place. But can we hold the momentum? Can we stay side by side for the inside of the right-hander? Yes, we can. What an overtake. I have not seen that one in Portimao before, but look at that. Just holding the line, getting down the inside, and Russell, well, we didn't really offer him much choice but to get out of that one, as Pierre Gasly is now having a look at the previous race winner, should I say, Lando Norris. Norris not having a great start to his Portuguese Grand Prix, and now we're watching Max Verstappen improving his position on Charles Leclerc. Every position is key in the championship fight, and Leclerc really not offering much of a fight at all to help out his teammate. I'm surprised at how little of resistance he offered to Sainz. Meanwhile, back with us, and George Russell, we haven't exactly pulled away from him, but he's not really been a massive threat to us in this stage of the race. I've gone a bit deep there. Don't want to be doing that too many times. I do not want a penalty for it. Here comes Russell, though, down the inside. He taps the side of my car, but we have been able to retain the inside line. Oh, going off a little bit there. Russell backing out. He taps Carlos Sainz as well. So Russell will probably have damage from whacking Sainz as Verstappen nearly loses it trying to pass George Russell. And how did he keep that on the road? Next time round, here comes Verstappen again, and Russell not really offering too much resistance to the reigning champion Verstappen, moving into P3. As we now ride on board with Charles Leclerc, who is also now trying to pass the ailing George Russell, who must have taken damage tapping Carlos Sainz. He moves up to 4th, and Fernando Alonso now trying to go ahead of his championship rival, but Russell electing to pit on that lap. So at the moment it's myself, Sainz and Verstappen, but lap 17 is the lap I pitted. Verstappen pitting a lap previously, and I really hope he doesn't get the undercut, but with how much of a technical circuit this is, I feel like Verstappen might have just gained a cheeky undercut on us as I pull into the pits. Are we going to have a smooth pit stop? Yes, it is. For once this season, it's a very smooth stop. We're coming out of the pits now. Where is Verstappen? Where is Verstappen? There is Verstappen. This is going to be so close, but Max just getting the undercut, and the Red Bull is in the lead, but we're going to have a couple of laps newer tyres, and even though they're hards, I'm hoping that will come with an advantage for us because they are newer, and I'm trying to get them up to temperature by weaving them on the mini straight, but Leclerc is too close behind me. I don't want to risk losing too much time, and we are eating into Verstappen's lead, staying with him very nicely as these tyres get nice and hot, and that means we are going to be able to pose a threat to Max on this back straight. This has been such a strong race for us, and I'm hoping to make it even stronger by going for the win. Verstappen now going around the right-hander. We're right behind him. Overtake, DRS, throwing everything we can at him. At the moment, it is going to come down to that dive bomb there. Are we through? Verstappen's on the outside. I've got the inside line, and Verstappen has to go wide. And we have taken the lead of the Portuguese Grand Prix back off of Max Verstappen. And that is the lead once again for us. Nick de Vries is out of the race. And that just compounds his season of disappointment, doesn't it? De Vries in the Aston Martin pulling off. It has been a strongly disappointing season. And here comes Carlos Sainz on Charles Leclerc. Sainz might have a chance at Verstappen here, but Leclerc offering significantly more resistance to his teammate than he did Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc really not being a good team player at all, and this is allowing Verstappen to get away from Sainz. However, third time lucky, Sainz is going to try and go around the outside, and this time Carlos gets one up on his teammate, but I don't think he'll be very happy as it's allowed Verstappen to get away. And Fernando Alonso is now looking at improving his position on Lando Norris up into P5. But yeah, I can imagine Sainz will be fuming, and Leclerc's car is now coming to a halt. So he's now got problems. Some would say karma for being a bad team player. But alas, Leclerc's Ferrari pain continues. I have pulled out a gap of 6 seconds, but in doing so I've pushed so hard that I've obtained a track limits penalty, but that's not going to affect me here. It has been a dominant display by the JT Racing car. This car we have built has finally gone beast mode, and I'm looking forward to making it a title contender next year. But for now, it is the win of the Portuguese Grand Prix. Oh, that one feels good.
Driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
It's a performance that our Portuguese Grand Prix winners can be justifiably proud of. And I'm sure there'll be celebrations tonight. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, they are very much at one with the car, which is a cliche, but it's true. It's not an easy process, and that work is very much paying off.
Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings.
Well, that was just absolutely crushing from us, wasn't it? A dominant race with a couple of seconds in hand after the penalty, and we are the winners of the Portuguese Grand Prix, with Verstappen getting second, Sainz getting third, Alonso getting fourth, Norris completing the top five, and it's Gasly, Ocon, Lance Stroll doing a good job in P8. Haven't seen much of him in the last few races. And Perez and Hauger getting the final point. But George Russell really losing out there. So I feel like the damage he took when he tapped Carlos Sainz must have affected him. But there we go. Fernando Alonso's gap is now 11 points to Sainz, 14 to Verstappen. 2 races to go. And with Leclerc's engine failure here, that has brought us much closer to Charles Leclerc, and with the run we're on, can we even get Sergio Perez as well? Because we're within 23 points of him with 2 races to go. Is this doable for us? Are we able to take P5 in the standings? It's all coming to us now. Well, thank you so much for watching this installment of Career Mode. As always, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you are new here. This wasn't the most entertaining of races, I'll be honest, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Until the next time, I've been Joe, TTFN, ta-ta for now, take care.